No matter when you are listening to this episode, this is a must do. Promise yourself that you will take an hour to do the most critical step in building your micro school. And even if you already have one, you are to still do this most important step. Listen in, my friends, and get ready to have some fun.
Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me, until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on.
This is by far the most critical step in your business building journey, even if you already have your school. My friends, please join me in this super fun, very inspirational, engaging activity. Right now, it is January 26, 2024. We have a little less than a week left going into February. And I want to ask you this. Do you have a vision board for your school? And if you don't, it's okay. Let's get to making one. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't have to be elaborate. If you are looking at my social media post, you saw my vision board. You would think after 4 years, it would be this massive, all the way across the room vision board. But it's not. It's little. It's grown. It's gone from journals to random pieces of paper to drawings that my kids have had. It has grown so much, but it still remains on my wall, in my office, and I'm going to tell you that I put it together way too late. Yes, that is a major drawback that I wish I could say I would have done from the very beginning, and I didn't. I did not have a quote-unquote vision board for Lighthouse Learning. I had conversations, I had journals, I had notebooks, I had my own children's drawings of them drawing out the school. But there has been one time in my life that I have had a legitimate vision board. Okay, I'm gonna take you back to this. Back in 2018, my husband and I made a vision board, and it was in our bedroom, hanging behind the door as you walk into our bedroom. So nobody could walk into our bedroom and see our vision board, because if they were in our bedroom, our door was up against the wall, so you couldn't see it. But when we would close our doors or crack it, we could see it. And I would lay in bed at night and I would stare at the wall and I would stare at that vision board. It made such a difference in our life that by the end of the year, we went through that vision board and we were like, God gave us this. God gave us this. God did that for us. God did this. This happened. Hallelujah. Praise God. Amazing. It was so cool. And it was nothing fancy. It was on index cards, sticky notes, all different colors, all different markers. Random, my friends. Random. You know those parties that you see? Maybe you see it on Pinterest and it's like the picture perfect vision board. And I think that that's what keeps us from creating a vision board. Okay, and we're going to talk into why this is important, and we're going to talk about steps today. But I believe the reason why we won't make a vision board is because we are scared to death that it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. It's not going to be like the way that they have it on Pinterest. And if it can't be perfect, then we're just not going to do it. Or we've got a whole bunch of things everywhere and we need to put them together and put them someplace, but we don't have the wall space or we don't know what to do. And I'm just going to tell you, hang it in your closet. If you don't want other people to see it, maybe you feel embarrassed or you're just like nervous or shy about it, go and take the vision board and go put it in your closet. And if you have one for your family, great. If you don't have one for your family, you may be so inspired by what I'm telling you to do that you'll go make one for your family. I tell you, the one thing I wish I would have done earlier is make a vision board for Lighthouse Learning. And I would actually love to take the vision board and put it at the school for Lighthouse Learning. I'm just not there yet. Right now, it's still personal to me, and it will always be personal to me, but I don't have the place right now to put it at the school because I want it to be in my office. I'm still praying over it. I still need to look at it every day. I'm not there on Saturdays and Sundays, and I need to see it. I need to see it. And by the way, if you don't have a board that you can put your vision board on, put it in your planner or just like on a piece of like laminate cardstock and put it in a sheet protector. Put it in a binder. I've had that before too. I've totally had it in a binder. I've had versions of vision boards that I would map out on a piece of paper and put it in a sheet protector and put it in a binder. But do you think I see that every day? No. We've got to put the vision in plain sight, my friends. Let's talk about why it is important to put the vision in plain sight. So actually, before I even started the microschool journey and was still in public school teaching and was still running and thinking and praying and dreaming about the school or just what life would be like if I actually left public school and started my own business, that's really kind of where it all started. And I could be home with my kids. That's really where it all started, okay? It was just a thought, a conversation, an idea, something I thought about while I was running, something I would talk to God about, something I would journal about, really never thinking that it was going to take flight. I'm just going to be honest with you, kind of thinking it could, but I didn't ever know if it would. And I got really serious about vision work and vision planning. And I'm so sad to say that I did so much of that at the beginning, prior to starting the micro school. And then whenever I first started it, but then afterwards, I haven't done as much as what I would like. I've had a vision board in my bedroom of the school, but it's not been very organized, I would say. And it wasn't something that I looked at every day because it wasn't in plain sight. Oh, see, that's where God got us on it. Habakkuk 2:2-4. God says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets. We need to write out the vision or put it into picture format and make it plain on tablets. So you may run who reads it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. God, listen, guys, we got to listen to that again. Habakkuk 2:2-4. Write the vision. Step 1, write the vision. Even if you got to do a little brain dump, a mind map on paper, print out pictures, write the vision. Then you need to make it plain on tablets. So whatever you do, you need to put it someplace where you are going to see it so that you can run who reads it. That means so that we will not stop running when we see it. We will keep pursuing this because God says, for still the vision awaits its appointed time. We put it up there and we're thinking, what if it doesn't go through? What if it doesn't actually pan out? What's going to happen? God says the vision awaits its appointed time. God is so good to us. He already knows what our carnal minds are thinking. The problem is we're too afraid to even put the vision down. For the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. That means it is everlasting to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Hallelujah. My friends, I hope, if anything, that gives you the desire to go and put something down on paper and hang it up somewhere. Even if people think you're crazy in your house, it doesn't matter, my friends. So I have a vision board. I told you it's in my bedroom right now, but I don't like the way it's positioned. And I've always made a vision board every year. But if it's not in plain sight, it's not. God says write it in plain sight. He just tells us to do it. So he may run who reads it. How are we going to run if we can't read it? That's why he says put it in plain sight. And so it's still in my bedroom, but it's in this funky place. And my daughters laughed so hard last year because I put chickens on that vision board. They were laughing so hard. We live in the city, Orlando. They're like, why do you have chickens? You've never grown up with chickens. You're not a farmer. And why are there chickens? They were laughing so hard at that, but they were laughing hard because I was having so much joy putting those little pictures up on the paper. I put a picture of the mountains. Guess what? Guess where we went that year? To the mountains. Yes, we did. We went there. And I tell you, last year in 2023, I had a halfway looking vision board. It was looking real sad, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, there were amazing things that happened to Lighthouse Learning. Amazing things. But I did not have a vision for my personal life last year. And I'm going to tell you, the things happened to Lighthouse Learning. But I'm going to tell you, there were a lot of things that didn't happen in my personal life because I was not intentional about it. There were trips that I had planned, but either I got sick or my kids got sick. I took on travel competitive soccer with my daughter. I took on travel competitive volleyball with my daughter. We went to nationals. I just did not even plan out the year. I let the year take me and I just let God take over Lighthouse Learning. But I'm telling you, I was like, this year, I'm being super intentional about every area of my life. Lighthouse Learning, Teacher Let Your Light Shine, my family life. I went through and organized I love being, one thing was I'm going to be organized. And I went through and I organized every paper in my house during winter break. That's because that vision board was like, girl, you better put your stuff in the right place. Now, God tells us to write it down so that we do not give, because I'm telling you, there will be times where you'll want to give up. That's why God says, write down the vision, put it on plain sight. What does he say? It awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. See, the importance of a vision board is that you can visualize. It helps you to visualize. It helps you to clarify goals. It fosters a shared understanding, possibly among you and your husband and your kids. That's probably why my kids drew so many pictures of Lighthouse Learning, because there were so many things that I had up on that vision board in 2018 that they were like, my mama wants to build a school one day. It motivates you. I mean, how many times do you feel unmotivated? Unmotivated. The highest performers in the world feel unmotivated. Listen to Brendan Burchard. He says he would rather just fiddle around with things over his house all day long. Brendan Burchard, listen to his Motivation with Brendan. It's on all the platforms in the world. And he says, I have to wake up in the morning and go and make myself stand in front of my battle board. He calls his a battle board. And then he gets revved up again. It allows collaboration. It takes the invisible and makes it visible. I was just coaching the other day and I said, listen, we got to take the invisible and we've got to make it visible. So it's this collaborative process of creating the vision, and it enhances just cohesion amongst everybody. That's why I really want to be able to do this at our location that we have. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard to put it out in front of the world when you're like trying to still figure it out amongst yourself, right? And it doesn't mean that we don't put it out. It just means that we start with baby steps. Just start with putting it somewhere where you can see it. You don't need the whole world to see it, but at least put it somewhere. And I'm being super vulnerable to even put mine out on the internet right now. Being super vulnerable. People are going to be like, that's so whatever you want to fill in the blank. But I'm putting it out there so that you can see I'm going to do it. If you want to put yours, put it. Nobody's judging it like, oh, her vision board's so nice. It's like, she did it. She's got a vision. She's pursuing it. She's not going to set and make all of these random decisions full of distractions because she's got vision. Ooh, baby. Focus. It's like a tangible representation that helps you maintain this good, super laser focus on long-term objectives. Okay, this isn't everything that you want to get done this year. This is just, I have a vision. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm just going to put it up there because that's what God says. It awaits its appointed time. Just put it up there. What has God given you? What have you seen? What have you heard? What have you felt? What have you just continuously, you can't get it out of your mind. It should look like this. It should feel like this. It should bring this. It should be for these people. And honestly, guys, when you feel uninspired, you got to go look at it. Because the visual elements truly can inspire your creativity, innovation, creative thinking. It drives what you're working on to its desired outcomes. That's what God said. I didn't say it. God said it. I'm just saying it in a different way. So here's what you're going to do. You are just going to put out whatever it is on your heart. Maybe it's scriptures. For me, my first year, it was scriptures. It was words. Maybe you've got a word for the year. Maybe you have some important things that people have spoken over you that you want to capture that. I even put it on our vision. Oh, you guys, I've got a sheet protector of that 2018 vision board. We also did it in 2019 and 2020, by the way. But that 2018 was the first one. It's so special. And I took all of the little index cards off. I put it in a sheet protector. I could have put it in a Ziploc bag. I stapled it, and they're all in there. And every once in a while, I'll pull it out, and I'm like, oh, look what we wrote. I wrote down prophecies that my mom had spoken over me, that my husband's mom had spoken over us, that our pastors had spoken over us. I'm telling you, friends, it was a total life-changing experience. Remember I did that in 2018. Remember I left teaching in 2019. Telling you, that's powerful. And I had no plans to leave in 2019. God had me lay it down. And I wrestled. I did not want to lay it down. Even though I had this beautiful vision and this great little idea written in all sorts of sticky notes and random notebooks. When he told me to lay it down, I was like, I don't think that's you telling me to do that. Nope, I'm just going to keep sweeping my living room floor whenever I felt like his presence was telling me. Nope, I'm going to keep walking. Second time. Nope, it's not the right timing. I don't have I'm not going to have my insurance. I'm not going to have my retirement. Nope. That 2018 vision board literally changed my life. We're talking about changing our lives right now, my friends. We're talking about changing our lives. Guys, I have a total vision for Lighthouse Learning. We are not there yet. But I can tell you that every decision we make, I can look at that board and go, that doesn't fit the vision. It just doesn't. When you go to get a location, you're like, it doesn't fit that. And my husband will be like, yet. And I'll be like, okay, as long as you know it's not yet. Because we can't just not make decisions because it's not up on the board. But at least we can say not yet, right? Because God says, what did he say? He said, if it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Then you can you're just going to create whatever it is. You guys go through binders, go through notebooks, pull out words. Doesn't have to be fancy, because promise yourself that you'll at least print out some pictures and hang them on the wall somewhere. But I did tell my husband, I said, I need you to take me to Office Depot. I got to get a new corkboard. He's like, I know he's thinking in his mind, how many corkboards and whiteboards do we need all over our house? Listen, I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. Like, we got to have things hanging on the wall that can capture ideas, okay? Maybe you just want to start with a whiteboard and that's where you need to start. You just need to start with a whiteboard and just write down some words and and draw some pictures and draw some bubbles. Do that. Start there. But let's put it somewhere, right? You can get a poster board. You can get some magazines. You can get some newspapers. You can print things off of your computer. You're going to need your scissors, your glue, your tape, your washi tape, markers, pens, colored pencils, whatever you want. Stickers, index cards, pictures, whatever it is. But you want to collect your images, collect your words, right? Anything that goes with your vision, your mission, your values. You got to be careful that you're not just collecting stuff from the past, right? I could very easily put all sorts of pictures up of my students right now. But where is that taking me in the future? If there's pictures of my students now, that's wonderful. Something special that I want to continue doing for our school, right? Like gardening, a picture of our students gardening. Great, because I want to keep that going in the future. Or anything that may bring you joy. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but the fact of the matter is that we're trying to project into the future. We're not just creating a collage of pictures that isn't going to inspire us for the future, right? It's not like hanging up your kids' kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth grade pictures. This is projecting into the capacity that you want to have in your life. You can add as many personal touches as you want, but here's what's most important, is that you take a moment every day to reflect on this vision board. Add to it later if you want to. Never add to it again if you don't want to for the year. But I say, if you don't have one yet specifically for your school, this is the week. This is the week. We're not going to go another month in 2024 without making our vision board. If you're listening to this in May, this is the week. If you're listening to this in September, this is the week. December, this is the week. Because it is a call. It's a command. Write the vision. We are to do that. Put it in plain sight. Even if you just draw a picture. Like my daughter, she had a picture of our school drawn out that she said she had a dream about one day. She said, I still remember, Mom, what that looked like in my dream. It was white. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And she just sketched it out on a piece of paper. And it's there on the vision board. It's there. It's there. It's so special to me. And I pray that you find things that you've either drawn or you've wrote about, that whenever you look at it, it's like, you know what, it's not there yet, but I want to put it up there. I'm not into the people who say, oh, well, this could set you up for failure, blah, blah, blah. No. Don't listen to all that humbo, jumbo, mumbo stuff. No. God says, write the vision. Keep it in plain sight. And if you're feeling frisky, if you're feeling courageous, you don't have to, but I encourage you to share your vision board. Or just share the materials that you're going to have for your vision board. Share what your process is like. Share a picture, share a word. Go on the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook or Instagram. Share with us what you have. Or go into our Facebook group. If you want to get more personal, you don't want to put it out on the wide world web, put it in our Facebook group. And then you can even take it a step further and email me at teacherletyourlightshine@gmail.com. I cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to hear about it. I'm so excited. I hope you're inspired. No matter when you listen to this podcast episode, no one is going to think it's weird that you come in June and post a picture of your vision board. Promise you. you'll do nothing but keep yourself inspired and inspire others.
Hey, teacher friend. Thanks so much for listening to today's show. I pray it inspired you, touched you, or challenged you in some way, because we are making big shifts and using our teaching gifts for God's glory like never before. I'm so grateful for you. The number one way you can support this show is to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts and also share this with another teacher. Come join me in the Virtual Teachers Lounge, known as the Teacher Let Your Light Shine Facebook group. Until next time, keep shining your teacher light. The world needs you.